Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. Before I get into the main subject matter, just letting you know that today, about 5 hours, I'm going to be uh, doing a video with Phil Aston from from Now Spinning Magazine, and we're ranking all of the ELO albums that are in this box set. And I believe he's going to be posting the video tomorrow, which would be April 30th. So please subscribe to Phil's excellent YouTube channel, Now Spinning Magazine. He does a lot of unboxings, and unlike me, he's very knowledgeable about music. Yeah, so here's some of his videos here. Look, he even did a Sparks on vinyl video 5 months ago. So yeah, excellent chat, excellent channel. So please subscribe, and like I said, he'll be posting the ELO ranking in the next day or two. Now back to me. As some of you know, I've got a Patreon channel that I like, to try and promote and get more members. There's a 1 week free trial, and there's hundreds, maybe millions of videos. And so the video you're going to be seeing in a minute is one I just reacted to yesterday. It's a comedy. Sometimes it's usually album request and song request, but once in a while there's like a comedy clip that somebody wants me to react to. And so yesterday I reacted to Norm Macdonald is married to a real battle axe. It was on Conan O'Brien. And I was just making up a quick list of some of my all-time favorite comedians. Martin Short, John Candy, Don Rickles, Catherine O'Hara, Christopher Guest, Andy Kaufman, Steve Martin, Conan O'Brien. I think he's hilarious, one of my favorites. And I'm starting to really appreciate Norm Macdonald. I'm not a big fan of most, stand-up comedians. I like something a little more off-kilter. But Norm Macdonald, just from, the few clips I've seen of him, he was hilarious. And, very sad that he passed away. And may he rest in peace. So yeah, these are just some recent reactions I did. And so join for free for 1 week, and then hopefully, if you like what you are seeing, you'll join one of the tier levels, the album request or the song request level. And, this is also a good way of me kind of forcing myself to listen to music that I wouldn't sometimes want to listen to, because I don't know it. But I would say 95% of what I hear on Patreon, I really do like. I am, pretty open to music. So consider joining. Thank you. The link is in the pinned comment below. So here's my reaction from yesterday. It's the, as you can see, I really did laugh. And it's one of the funniest, like I said, I'm not always a fan of jokes, but this was just hilarious. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. All right, next I'm going to do, and just letting everybody know, that's watching this, I don't always do the request in order, but I'll get to everyone's request. So, Josh, Norm Macdonald is married to a real battle axe. All right. Here we go. Making me laugh without even watching it.
I've been on a lot of shows, but there's no better crowd than you right here. I'll tell you that right
You're a pro. You're a pro. You came out here. You lit this crowd up.
I'm just telling the truth.
You're a truth teller. You got your book there?
Oh yeah. Let me read some of it.
You don't have to do. You don't have to do that.
That's rich. Look, I'll tell you something.
Yeah. What's up, pal?
This is not a memoir. It says a memoir on it.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought this was a memoir. I thought this was.
No, it only says a memoir on it, but it's a novel. I don't know. So, I was angry when it was in the nonfiction.
Yeah.
Because it's a memoir. It says a memoir. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's like if you bought Grapes of Wrath. You're like, hey, there's no grapes.
Yeah.
Or you put it in the grape section. That's smart.
Yeah.
Then everybody will find Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
People that like grapes.
Okay, listen. Norm, settle down.
Have I made my point?
You made your point.
If this was a memoir, if this were a memoir,
yeah,
I would put juicy things from my own life.
Right. Like what kind of things would you put in there that nobody knows?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? That's. You're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. I got a wife.
You got a wife?
I just got married because I thought go through that charade, keep appearances up.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing you'd tell if this were a memoir.
Yeah,
if this were a memoir.
Right.
If this were a memoir, I would tell about my wife. What a battle axe.
Battle axe?
No
one's called their wife a battle axe since 1945.
Listen, come. How do you feel about a woman? She's supposed to be my life partner. I look in the mirror the other day and I says to her, honey, I look in the mirror and all I see is a fat, ugly old man. And I need you to give me a compliment. She says, all right then, your eyesight is damn near perfect. I said, you dirty dog.
You called her a dirty dog?
A dirty dog.
A dirty dog.
We have fights constantly.
Oh, you do you?
Oh, and sometimes it bleeds over. Like we were driving a car. We went past a bunch of animals. There was a pig, a cow. And I admit this was a little cruel.
You were kind of mad at her at the time.
I was mad at her. So I say, hey, you see that pig, that cow, horse? That remind you of any of your relatives? She says, yeah, my in-laws. I said, you dirty dog.
Oh, wow. Dirty dog again. Wow.
I tell you, until I met my wife, I always felt incomplete. Now I'm finished. But I will say this.
What is going on?
I will say this.
What is going on?
I will say
this.
this
Is a 1935 radio show.
Penny Youngman, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
What's that you say there, Norm?
Let me see.
Norm, what's that you say? Tell us more, Norm. We're going to take a break for Chesterfield figurettes.
Well, let me say something more modern and stylish then.
Okay.
My wife went into a coma.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And the doctor said to me, you won't hear this from any 1935 comic. He says to me, there's one way to wake her up, but it's a little unconventional. You go in there and you have oral sex with her. I said, by God. He says, I've seen it work. I said, well, I'm willing to try. So I go in there, I'm in there about 5 minutes, and I come out. I said, Doc, she's choking.
she's choking.
But that's modern medicine
That's
for you.
modern medicine. We're going to take a break. I'm going to find out what's happening here.
That's modern.
We're going to take a little break here. Here's a message from the good people at Bosco Chocolate Syrup. We'll be back. More Norm Macdonald after this.
Oh my God. Well, I clapped, so I guess it's a 10 out of 10. I think that's the funniest. You know what? Some of you have given me comedy clips, and almost all of them have been funny or really, really funny. But I think that tops them all. So thank you. 10 out of 10.